He's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thalmor Radio.
Thalmor Radio.
Do I got to burp? I don't have to burp. Okay, welcome to the June 17th episode of June 17th, 2022 episode of Thalmor Radio. And boy, do I actually have stuff to talk about for a change. I actually have so much to talk about that I am going to once again postpone the Ask Me Anything stuff that we had done last week. So if you submitted a question, then you're just have to wait another week. Sorry, but I actually have too much stuff to cover, and I'm really tired. So I'm just going to talk about the news, and that's it. So if you submitted a question, come out next weekend. Otherwise, that's just it. You can't do anything about it. So, or ask it now. Maybe, but don't. Anyways, so the first thing on the menu, you get the menu and you have like the drinks menu, and then you have like the appetizers, and then you have like the actual menu. Like, get the menu out. I don't know what kind of menu we have, if it's like a drink menu or what, whatever kind it is. And the first thing is I want to talk about the Clock Backrooms peace deal, which is apparently somehow a little controversial. I don't really fully understand it, but I don't have to. Where is it? Where's the peace deal thread? Hold on, I can't find it now. Here it is. Time is up. Clock versus the Backrooms. Okay, so this shit got signed on the 11th, and here are the terms. Number one, the Backrooms admits defeat. That's a fair term. 2A, Eclipse, Gato, and Weebinism mutually agree to work together in the best interest of improving Brown. Okay. 2B, is that a fucking Nier Automata reference? 2B, Kata and CTO mutually agree to work together in the best interest of improving Olive. So both of these terms, 2A and 2B, have something in common, which is that they're about improving colors, which I don't fully understand, but I will touch back on that one. And number 3, there will be no nap. No new wars will be permitted to be declared after the current day change, and the shit can be pieced out or beige or expired or whatever. So pretty standard thing. And so the only thing of note really in this peace agreement is I cannot recall a peace term that was ever the parties will work together to improve a color. That's, I think, kind of unique. And what does that look like? I saw later in the thread there's some like Gato was forced into 2 alliances. Did that happen? Was that part of the agreement? Depends on who you ask. Okay, because in this thread there's a Gato IA guy who is just steaming mad, and I thought I saw someone say former Gato IA guy. Okay. So the stuff about improving the color block, that's kind of interesting, but otherwise it's not the most groundbreaking thing. IA guy being silenced. I think if you're an IA guy, you're like kind of cucked, right? Because it's like there's a war, Milcom, or even FA, right? Or like the econ guy handles the cash. What does the IA guy really do? Does he just fondle like the leaders' balls? I think that's all an IA guy really does. Like, does anybody has anybody ever looked at the greatest alliances like TKR and Rose and said, you know what? They're only that way because of their IA, right? What does the IA really stand for? Um, irate asshole. There we go. Irate. That's really all IA stands for. Like, no one goes to VGM or Ron and it's like, "Hey, I'm the new IA guy." No one does that. Like, who's the real Chads of an alliance government? It's like, yeah, I do Milcom. I coordinate all of our homies to smoke our ops, right? That's cool. Or Econ. Econ's cool. Econ's like, yeah, bitch, I hold the bank. I have all the bags right in my pocket. That's cool. Fucking FA guy. The FA guy's the coolest because he's like smoking mirrors and am I saying the truth or am I not? And what am I like the FA guy's mysterious, but the IA guy, guys, make sure you're on Fortress. Oh, guys, make sure you log in every day, guys. Like, come on, guys, come on. Anyways, so yeah, apparently some people are like questioning the peace deal because apparently Gato got forced to split up because of it or some shit like that. That's what Sweet Ronnie D was saying. But Sweet Ronnie D, I think his head might be in the clouds. So he's got too many cities, so I'm not sure how accurate his perception of reality is. But yeah, there we go. That's that. What's Mike's topic? Okay, so Kev, who is a confusing fellow at the moment because he's going by the name Charlie in game. So when people go looking for his nation, such as myself, we go looking for Kev, but we can't find him. He stole Charlie's name. Justice for Charlie. Actually, Charlie came back to the game. He told me, and I forgot what his name is right now, though. But anyways, Paradise is an alliance, and Paradise has done a thing where they said, "Oh, June 12th, we're showing our government." And even though it's June 17th, if you go to Paradise's alliance page, they still don't really say who their government is. So I don't know what's going on with that. Weaving spiders come not here. So what's Paradise's theme exactly? Thank you guys. Yeah, the jar. That's Charlie. So what's Paradise's theme? Kev can tell me. Okay. Tell me, Kev. Bestow the knowledge upon me. But Paradise has yet to reveal their government, even though they said they would. Now, there is one thing in that, like, you have the Great Horned one, and then the Lesser Horned one, and then Great Owls, and then a Boobook. The Boobook is new. The Boobook was not there yesterday, but what's a Boobook, anyways? Oh, hi, Kev. Hi.
Yep.
What's the theme?
Hmm. Hello.
What's Paradise's theme?
So Paradise is basically it's a place where you can't join because you're not cool enough.
Oh.
It's a place where you need 2 tickets. You got 2 tickets to Paradise. Mm-hmm. 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 So it's like Roberts, can you help? What's that called? The Grove, something Grove. Thank you. All right. So if you're familiar with the Bohemian Grove, right? So it's a place out in Cali that some of the wealthy and some of like the world leaders would meet. There's a lot of conspiracies around the Bohemian Grove, and so it was like a little paradise for them, right? Where they kind of got together and um, contrived, schemed, etc., or whatever. So more or less, it's kind of an exclusive club, just a general theme that people can make their own. But at the end of the day, you need 2 tickets to go in. You need 2 tickets to paradise.
Okay, so the it's Bohemian Grove themed. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's real, by the way. Alex Jones, early in his journalism career, snuck into a thing, and it's totally real. They dress up in robes and they burn a giant owl effigy. It's pretty crazy.
Yep.
But anyways, thank you, Kev, for explaining what it was about.
Did you have questions on the government?
Well, first off, like you said, it was pasted on the Alliance page that the government would be revealed June 12th, but now it still says coming soon. So what's the deal with that?
Yeah, it was June 12th. It got pushed back. There were a few people that were that had something else planned, i.e., Hand of Fate. So there's a few Hand of Fate people that will be joining. So we're just waiting for this war to be over.
Gotcha. I think that's really it. Do you want to review? Do you want to give any hints or clues? What kind of gov might be there?
I can give the layout. So essentially, we had someone that came in early on that was a huge advocate for democracy. The rest of us thought it was absolutely stupid. A Democratic alliance in PNW and CN usually doesn't work, and it's really dumb, right? And whoever thought of that is just real, man. So, but they came in early and they pushed it really, really hard. And anyway, so we came up with kind of a hybrid idea on it. So there is 5 positions that are elected from the General Assembly or whatever, the membership, right? So there's 5 positions. 3 of it's staggered elections. So there's 3 positions that are elected first. They serve a 6-month term, and then 3 months later there's 2 positions elected, and then 3 months later there's 3 positions, right? So it's 6-month terms, staggered elections, and this shadow council. So Decagon just put the logo for that. This shadow council then is in control of who leads the alliance. So it's kind of like a rose, right? But it's actually just out there. There's an actual process for it instead of it just being secret, hush, hush. Like kind of like how in Rose there's certain people that kind of decided who was kind of put into leadership or who would be the next one up. So the leader that is elected from the Shadow Council, from those 5, whoever is chosen, is indefinitely until they're either they step down or the Shadow Council decides they want someone else to be leader. They can elect someone else to be leader within those 5 people. And then the whoever's elected as leader gets to decide the high gov, and there's no bureaucracy besides that. So like wars aren't elected, anything, or wars aren't voted on or anything like that. Treaties aren't voted on. It's just status quo as normal alliance past that. So that's the kind of hybrid idea for the alliance that we have.
Okay, so Roberts is heavily involved because I remember he was really big on the democracy chain very recently. I am reminded of another alliance you did that was like Sesame Street themed, and like people would be named after a specific Muppet, and like but the Muppets were like titles that would get passed on or something like that. You get very creative with these alliances you make and how unconventional they are.
Back so I made Soup Kitchen, which is now Cataclysm, right? And then number 5 alliance in the game or what, no big deal. And then made something called the Street, and that was after coming back and helping Cataclysm become a thing, I guess. After that merge was complete, I decided I just wanted to kind of mess around completely and just purely go meme and troll, etc. And Charlie said he was coming back for it. So we decided to make something called The Street, where it was a Sesame Street gangster kind of theme. So, for instance, my name was Helmo, and then Charlie was Crookie Monster, which is why his nation name is The Jar, right? Jar of cookies. And unfortunately, Charlie didn't really come back. And from there, it wasn't quite get to where we wanted it to be. Again, it wasn't that big of a deal because it was just kind of a meme, like shit posty kind of alliance. And the fallback was just to go back into Kata anyway. So that's what happened. Went back into Kata. And then this is more along the lines of I compare this to like Soup Kitchen and Oblivion having a baby.
Gotcha. And Charlie did return to the game, right?
Now, yes, and the difference between maybe in the past where he said he would return, now he's actually logging in and he's been raiding, or I guess now being raided. But so he's been logging in. So yeah, he has returned. He's not as prevalent as far as like posting on the forums and as active as maybe he was OG, but he has returned at least in some kind of capacity.
Gotcha. And that about does it for me on the Paradise question. Thank you for coming on and explaining, Kev. I appreciate it. All right, time to move on to my next topic, which is Hand of Fate kills people. So, we do a little trolling and a little mischief. And so earlier this week, Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Or maybe it was Saturday. I don't remember when, but we blitzed Haunted Mansion. And that was cool. It was Sunday. Okay, thank you, Ultra. We blitzed Hand of Fate. No, we didn't blitz Hand of Fate. No! We blitzed Haunted Mansion. And we did it for fun, except it actually wasn't fun. And let me get serious for a minute. The fight with Haunted Mansion is probably one of the worst war performances I've ever seen in this game's history. Haunted Mansion, they just completely rolled over. They didn't try to organize counters. They did nothing. They did nothing. Henri said they went to AFK. That is accurate. I understand Haunted Mansion only has so many upper city 20s and city 30s, but after our blitz, there were still people they had with slots open. And they had there's always the tactic of the smaller guys dragging the bigger ones down. It's not like they were out of options. They just completely didn't try. They didn't even try the spy war. Even our smallest members, our newbies, I think only one of them had their slots filled. It was just really bad. And the argument that I see in defense of Haunted Mansion is something like, well, Haunted Mansion has been fighting back to back to back, and it's Yeah, so you would think they would have like the stamina and the knowledge to like respond, but I guess they're just I don't know, they're just preferring to die, I guess. And Haunted Mansion gets picked on because they're seen as weak and they're not really doing anything to help that. So, like, I want the people in Haunted Mansion to like have an enjoyable politics and war experience, but I don't think Haunted Mansion's doing too well. So maybe they should consider taking steps to improve their situation. So I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if it means like merging with like the Backrooms or the Johnsons or disbanding or what. But uh, I don't know if it's working out. And Baku says, I think they know if they roll over, we'll get bored and go elsewhere. That could have been it. That could have been it. In which case, that was effective. We blitzed the Johnsons yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was. And we like pieced out with Haunted Mansion simultaneously. And so now we're fighting the Johnsons. And much better. Much better. They're fighting back. They're trying. Um, the Johnsons are actually they're actually trying, so I really like that. That's all I got to say. They're trying. Like it's been 24 hours. There's no serious political consideration. We're just being us. Go look, have fun. Two Johnsons. That's it. What's the next one? Holly Rose here to stay after all. Never mind. LO, they broke up. So this is I did the itinerary yesterday, and what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I did the itinerary yesterday. So Holly Rose broke up like an hour ago. They publicly announced it, and so I edited the itinerary just to say never mind. LO, they broke up because and Kev asked in the forums yesterday, and I was waiting to see what they say. But Kev said, "Okay, are you guys going to break up now because the breakup like article has been like the conditions have been met?" And there was just no response. But they did today. They actually broke up. They announced that pursuant to Article 4 of that treaty, shit's over. And so there you go. I'm happy that they broke up. I don't. I think they're earnest. I don't think that there's like a secret thing going on. Um, I think it's genuine. I don't think there's anything exceedingly homosexual going on in the background. And so we'll see what happens from now on with that. And I'm sorry if I sound low energy. I'm just really tired, and I didn't want to delay the show till tomorrow because a lot had happened this week. Related, though, somewhat to the Holly Rose breakup announcement, you have what I think is in the running for one of the most based FA decisions of 2022, even though we're not even halfway through the year. And that would be Church of Adam at like 4 p.m. today, hours before update. They declared on TKR and are nuking them. And that is really cool. And they made I haven't read TKR's recognition of hostilities yet, so I'm a bit behind the curve. But James made a thread, laid out their CB, which is they're upset over Holly Rose. And I say good on them. I say nuke TKR to pieces. Okay. Look, I can look at TKR and I can find some stuff that is very respectable. Okay. They got a strong community. They're very competent. And it does seem like it's not just a meme. They actually do seem to operate within this honorable framework. Like they seem to be pretty good to their allies, both small and large. And That being said, I think TKR needs to be rolled really good and really hard every 18 months. I think that's a good idea. Rose can be rolled whenever, right? Like I said a couple of shows ago, I'll say it again. Any community seeking redemption just needs to attack Rose. Okay, so Rose can attack whatever. The Syndicate, I don't know about them yet. But TKR needs to be rolled really hard every 18 months. I think if that happens, peace gets restored to the world. Because I don't know what it is about TKR, but I think they get on a high horse every once in a while. And they just need to be dragged down from it from time to time. So like, I bitch about TKR. I think a decent amount, but they're okay actually. Right now, it's Rose and the Syndicate that I'm most irked about. And I don't know. I mean, I think Church of Adam is going to. I think by the time this is said and done, Church of Adam would have delivered a really good gut punch to TKR, and I think that restores some of the force. I think everyone needs to get rolled really hard every 18 months. Actually, honestly, not a bad idea. And I think that's probably it, honestly. When Hand of Fate hit Haunted Mansion, Polaris made a forum thread recognizing hostilities, and then they made a peace thread. They were the only one in Haunted Mansion to do so. Would have been cool to see some other posts from Haunted Mansion, but they just forgot how to use the computers apparently throughout the whole ordeal. So good luck to them. And I think that's it, guys. I can't think of anything else to talk about. I think there's some. Oh fuck! Actually, projects. There's new projects in the work. Can someone go to Ron and copy and paste the text? One project gives you resources back if your shit does well, and the other one is like an anti-nuke project. And thank you, Henri. Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter is a national project that decreases damages from nukes by 10, Fallout Link by 25, and caps the radiation impact on food production at 90%. Military Salvage. Military Salvage is a national project that recovers 5% of lost steel and aluminum from units in a victorious attack. I don't like Fallout Shelter because nukes need to be stronger, and food production being at minus 100 is really funny in the meta. So I think that should be left alone. If anything, nukes need to be buffed. I like military salvage. That seems fun. I want military salvage. So there we go. Nukes that delete cities. I was thinking there needs to be like a super nuke that like can basically zero out a city and like maybe destroy like 5 improvements at once. Like nukes need to be stronger because like I think it's very silly that we live in a meta where nuclear weapons, these horrible, awful weapons, like you can be hit by a bunch of nukes and you don't even bat an eye because they don't do that much. I have 35 cities. They were at like 2,700 infra each, and I eat like 17 nukes during attrition wars that destroy like 1,900 infra each. I still got like most of my infra and like most of my income. Like that doesn't make sense. So I don't know. We need super nukes. A nuke that puts a real life hit on a random family member, and you have to live with the fifth you're playing. Yeah. I don't know. Nukes need to be stronger. I like military salvage, although I saw someone say elsewhere that like military salvage makes it worse if you're losing the war, which maybe I guess I see that, but like as an aggressive player who's usually able to win his fights, obviously I'm biased in favor of military salvage in that case, but that's why I don't comment. That's why I don't like to seriously comment and get in the weeds on mechanical stuff because I don't trust my own judgment. I don't think I'm smart enough for that kind of stuff, unfortunately. 20 million for Peace Crypt. Oh man. Oh shit. His upon Rei Zika of Kaioken, the king Kai Fist. That's fucking Dragon Ball shit. Although I don't think his nation is Dragon Ball themed because I don't know what Rai Zenka is. Man, Dragon Ball Super, when Goku is able to use the Kaioken with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue, that went so hard. So happy that was the thing. But anyways, I love the Kaioken because like the Super Saiyan stuff is just a straight power boost, right? With no expenses. But the Kaioken is like a massive power boost, but it fucks you up if you use it too much. That's really cool. And also it's all red and shit, and red is cool. Anyways. I want to talk the Rose Syndicate merge. That's not a thing. That's not really happening. Rose and the Syndicate is not merging. There are people in both alliances, particularly the Syndicate, who would not let that happen. What would it be called anyways? The Rose? I don't know what it's called. You haven't heard the leaks? This isn't you. Both of you are trolling. Both of you are trolling. That's not real. They're not really merging. If there's leaks, show it. Show it. You feel haven't heard. Oh man. All right. Final call, politics and war. Any last things I need to go over? Any last topics I need to go over about this game and what's happening? About what's happening? Eligo says Super Saiyan 1 to 3 specifically calls the user to leak key into their environment, draining them with stamina very fast. That is true, but it's a lot less pronounced than the Kaiokens. Particularly when Goku is fighting Vegeta on Earth. They did a good job showing the strain on Goku's muscles as he would use the Kaioken, particularly the Kaioken times 3. And later on in the series, during the Cell Saga, it's established that like Goku and Gohan perfect Super Saiyan 1 to the point where it doesn't drain their stamina anymore. So it's a bit different. Swords of Helios is back. Well, that's nice. I'm more surprised you're this out of the loop. Even I got the leaks. You're still trolling, but I'm way out of the loop. No one tells me anything. I'm not in any back rooms. I don't talk to people. I just do my show, and I'm a good member of Hand of Fate. That is it. And I shitpost on the forums and make memes. I don't do anything else. I thought Super Saiyan 2 is more efficient use. It is not. It's just more powerful for reasons. And Super Saiyan 3 is also, it's really draining. Goku couldn't beat Buu on Earth when he was dead because Super Saiyan 3 drained his shit too hard. And then when Goku fought Kid Buu in the world of the Kais, he Goku, being a fucking moron, dragged out the fight so that Vegeta could get a chance to fight, even though Kid Buu was so much stronger, Vegeta couldn't really do anything. And it caused an oh shit moment where Vegeta was like, okay, Goku, just finish him off. And Goku was like, I don't have the energy to anymore, even though I did at first. And it's like, okay. And then when Gotenks went Super Saiyan 3 to defeat Super Buu, Gotenks defused because Super Saiyan 3 fucked him up too much. Okay, that's Dragon Ball lore. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you please show me the differential key graph returns Super Saiyan over time? I cannot. There's no numbers. The only numbers we have are from the Saiyan saga and from the Frieza saga. And all the other numbers, Super Saiyan comes after all that shit. Super Saiyan 3 is incredibly draining. It is. Doesn't Goku drag out the fight all the time? I don't know all the time, but he does like to play with his people. DBC characters Adam who drunk 2 liters of Volt. Sure. The new Dragon Ball. So the new Dragon Ball Super movie comes out in August. I'm really excited to see it. It's already out in Japan, but the English version doesn't launch until August. So I'm gonna go watch it. It's gonna be really fun because the last Dragon Ball Super movie was the Broly movie, the new one, and it was really good. As for 20% of that show, just people powering up. And it's the hypest shit when they power up. The screaming, the yelling, the aura. Gosh, it is so awesome. It's just, it makes my caveman brain happy. Okay, that's it, guys. There's no politics and war stuff to talk about. Is there any real life stuff to talk about? I don't think there is. What happened? Nothing. Oh, we're entering a recession now. The Fed increased interest rates. The markets are down. We are basically in a recession, so have fun with that. Hopefully, the food supply line chain won't get fucked up. Hopefully, we won't have starvation. But shit's fucked. Good luck. Eligos, how much has your portfolio went down? Bitcoin is at $20,000 for each one. Its high was 63,000. So Bitcoin is fucked. I am so happy I didn't buy a Bitcoin. I almost did like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't. And that in action was the best decision I never made. I've been shorting Ethereum and Crow since the start of this year. I'm about 300%. Well, good on you. I hope the market collapses moderately, but not completely, because I'm hoping. Like, I'm still working on the chocolates, right? That's still happening. It's slow going, and I'm hoping that if I can stack some good cash with the chocolates next year, and the markets are fucked, then that's a good time for me to start getting in. So, because that's what you do, right? You buy the dip. Same thing with like housing. Like, I like to go on Realtor.com and window shop for houses for fun, but like I'm not going to seriously consider buying one until this shit finally blows up because it's too crazy. What else happened? I can't think of anything. I want to say there's one more news story. I can't remember. Okay, that's it. Please remember to fight back if someone declares war on you. Don't form mega blocks, and have fun out there. That's all that really matters. Killsball, play the theme and then end the recording when the theme is done. Let's go. I will go to wherever you live and twist your arm, young man.
Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Radio. Thalmor Radio.
I created a jail for arrested people, and it's at the bottom of the server. The only person arrested is Bunyip.